he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are.
As weird and creepy as J.D. Vance.
Super weird idea from J.D. Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird, and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate, they're weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird.
These Republicans just being weird, it's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh? That seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye.
He literally never said that he was talking about it. He never said that. I mean, I don't know. That's the left. They got their talking points out. They got their talking points. They were all told to say weird, so they all get out there. It was weird. Yes, it was weird. It was so weird. Oh my goodness, we are so organic in talking about how weird it was. It is very weird. Over and over again. That's all I'm hearing from these people. It was so weird. What's weird? I mean, who decided to, that's how they decided to hit back at J.D. Vance as being the VP and then just going for Republicans. What? Did they focus group something? Because this came out of nowhere, by the way. First off, welcome back to the program. Dana Lash here with you. You can listen coast to coast, the simulcast. You can watch it. We're up at X and Rumble. There's always a discussion at Rumble. I'm just trying to figure out why. I mean, they had to focus group this thing. Well, let's see. Let's call him weird. That's a great idea. Yes, it is. It's a great idea. We're going to call him weird. So do they have like a thing where they got to say it every time they do a hit? They got to say weird a million times. It was weird. Yes, it was weird. And weird. And J.D. Vance, for the last damn time, was at a campaign event when he was running for Senate. And he literally just pointed to a table that had Diet Mountain Dew. And he was like, there's snacks here. And he pointed out the Diet Mountain Dew. So the people who are making fun of Diet Mountain Dew aren't making fun of J.D. Vance. They're making fun of the people who were drinking, who provided snacks at this event. Like the jerks they are. These are the people who are like, Diet Mountain Dew is weird, but you can go ahead and cut off your penis and call yourself a woman. That's totally not weird. Diet Mountain Dew is weird, but the nuclear twink, the guy named Sam Brinkman who put lipstick on his face like he was just taught to do it and went out and stole ladies' luggage, that's not weird at all. No, the Republican Party is weird, but that one man, the man who has an Adam's apple and a Frankenbeans, and he dresses as a woman, and he's like the Deputy Health and Human Services Secretary and calls himself a woman. Yeah, that's not weird. Right? What about the time that the trans person who was a dude that had breast implants decided to go topless on the White House lawn during some Pride Easter thing? That's totally not weird. I mean, when I think of weird, I don't think of like Diet Mountain Dew or, even people like J.D. Vance or anybody else. I think of the people who insist on having a book called Genderqueer that literally shows strap-ons. Yeah. And kids and that. And it's a graphic novel, and they wanted your elementary school kids to read it. That's weird. If you want to have a conversation. I mean, I could do this all day. I was made to do this. This is like a war fit for me. We can do this all damn day. Totally fine with that. But they totally did freak out. And now they're like, it's weird. It's so weird. Can you believe how weird it is? Oh my gosh. Like they just decided to focus group it. And now they're all saying, the same thing. It's the dumbest thing. Doctors not even being able to define what a woman is, but also wanting to treat you. That's not weird. But oh my gosh, is that Diet Mountain Dew? Why are you so weird? That's weird, apparently. What? I mean, people literally dropping deuces and needles all over the streets in California. Not weird at all. But, oh my gosh, why are Republicans so weird with the Diet Mountain Dew? It's so weird. Why are you this is so stupid. But I don't know. I'm just, the people who like don't know how to use pronouns properly. No, it's not he, her, it's they, them. Oh, is he more than one person? That's not weird. But you having like what your Diet Mountain Dew is weird. I don't know. It just seems kind of going out and telling Black Americans are too stupid to get ID to vote. That's Democrats' favorite talking point. That's not weird and offensive, but apparently Diet Mountain Dew is. George Takei, Twitchy had this whole thing about George Takei. Remember him? Like, what does he do anymore? He's been annoying longer than he ever was Zulu, right? So he was on Star Trek at some point in his life, and he's just like ridden that wave. And he says that, I mean, there are photos that we can't show on air. I'll put it like that.
No.
Because I respect your optic nerves. I'm not going to show them to you. Don't you dare, Juan. Juan's like, find me them. He's like, look, I can see what he's doing.
Don't do it, Juan.
No, Juan, don't do it. So we're trying to protect Juan's purity. And Juan, it'll be gone, man. Right. My dude, do not look this up. So Twitchy put them up there. Like some of these photos. He's calling everybody else weird, but he's like in television. I can't even describe you what these photos. I cannot. Yeah, what you just thought, that's what they are.
I think there's a way.
Huh?
There's a way you
No,
could.
there's not. You have to blur out the whole thing, Kane.
No, I mean, there's a way you could describe it.
There's naked dudes involved.
There's no way you can show it.
And he's like on a stage.
There's a way you could describe it, though.
He's touching some dude's junk in a studio.
Oh, you're really not trying hard enough.
Well, I mean how do you describe that?
Honestly,
Tell me, great one. How is that? How do you describe it?
Pretend I got a job after years of medical school as a proctologist. And I was just doubling up on my exams.
I mean, if he were a medical doctor, it still wouldn't make sense. No.
I don't know.
I don't think that's not how you check.
I think it's kind of how you do it.
No, that's not how you do it at all.
I don't know.
What kind of doctors are you going to, my friend?
Not really a doctor, but I think
oh
that's
my
kind
gosh.
of how it goes.
So anyway, these are the people who are saying everybody else is weird. They don't get to do that because you're the weirdos. I mean, we insist on having men dressed as women shaking their asses in front of your children, read them books in the elementary school.
Oh my.
That's not weird. Oh my gosh, you have Diet Mountain Dew? That's weird. I could do this all day long. I'm just saying.
Remember how it started? We just want to be accepted. And
Yeah,
now everything normal is weird.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Oh my gosh, you got married and had a family and you work a job and pay your bills? You're such a weirdo. I need to have the taxpayers take off my penis. I'm not weird. I mean, that's where we are. I mean, you had a guy, the nuke twink, who stole ladies' luggage. He stole a black woman's luggage, a black fashion designer's luggage who she used like African patterns and all this stuff. Her stuff was like very, very colorful and very tailored and all this. And he stole her stuff and wore it to award shows. He stole her one-of-a-kind jewelry.
That's not weird.
That's not weird. Now, if he had Diet Mountain Dew, don't even get me started. Jeez. That's it. But that's their whole thing. That is their whole thing. Oh my gosh. You had a bunch of dudes who did the white dudes for Harris. It looked like a convention of child predators. It's like they all put them in the Brady Bunch boxes. Oh, see? Yeah, Juan's getting the picture of the chick, the two dudes who want to be chicks. They're dudes. One's the Health and Human Services dude, and then the bald dude is the nuclear twink. Probably not even his clothes he's wearing. He probably stole some lady's luggage again. But hey, that's not weird. These two dudes cosplaying as women, that's not weird. But you JD Vance drinking Diet Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh, can you play for me? Hold up. Molly Jong Fast. I've mentioned her before. I don't know who this chick is. Is her mom alive? Wait a minute. I should probably know that. Erica Jong is her mom. Yeah, she's alive. She's a writer. And the only reason that her daughter's famous is because of her mother. She's like a Nepo baby. I don't know why she's on MSNBC. She goes on MSNBC. It's where she's at. She's up there going off on JD Vance. This is like audio soundbite 11 trillion thousand. Where's this at? 27,000. Please, sirs.
Stats are there. More and more Americans choosing not to have kids, which again emphasizes why J.D. Vance's comments about childless Americans, childless cat ladies, could be so politically damaging.
Well, so what's interesting is this natalism that comes from an authoritarian playbook, right? That there need to be more white children, right? That's the idea that there's, this is about great replacement theory, racism, right? This is what this is. So don't misunderstand it for him wanting more children. He wants a certain kind of,
that whatever jacked up her hair also resulted in some sort of brain injury that led her to make such a deducement.
Like it seeped in.
Yeah. Also, like, what is up with the two-tone, like, skunk stripe? That was not even cool in the 90s. Number one. Number two, he has literally biracial children. You absolute talentless, hackneyed Nepo baby. He has biracial kids. He married an Indian woman. I mean, what has this chick done? I literally don't know anything about her. Google's, I don't know. Hasn't done anything with her life. That's okay. All right, there you go. I just don't get it. Like, she's literally, she is an absolute Nepo baby who's never really done anything. She, I guess, never got anywhere with her novels, so she decided to write about politics. Which is everybody who fails in Hollywood go to politics. It's made up of two types of people: the people who hate Hollywood and the people who failed in Hollywood. And she's never really. That's kind of it. She's never really done anything. And so she's, I guess, like going off. I mean, she even said that her nanny raised her. So I don't know. She just, she has a weird worldview. But she's a Nepo baby. To hear her up there at saying that a guy who has like biracial kids wants like a white, what is this even, what is their fascination with us? They're the ones who constantly talk about this. They're the ones who are like, oh my gosh, can you see this? The Republicans are so worried about, and they talk about great replacement theory. And they're the only people who talk about it when they're not talking about how the only reason they want open borders is so they have people to pick their fruit and clean their toilets. That's exactly what they say. You had, what's his face? Who's that one little chonky guy? Who's in the house, Nadler. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell you the mnemonic device that I utilized to remember his name. You know what it is, Kane?
I can guess.
That's what. Anyway.
I could have guessed.
Guys couldn't read my lips on that one for the simulcast. I don't know. Someone goes, I don't even know who Molly Jong Fast is or her mother. I guess I'm a weirdo. No, you're a normal person who doesn't like to read crap literature or stuff that they call literature but really isn't anything.